Hi there, Adrian here, and I'd like to show you some updates to the Yamaha RCP module for Bitfocus Companion, allowing you to control your Yamaha consoles a little bit more from Bitfocus Companion. Firstly, thanks to everyone at Bitfocus Companion for creating such a wonderful open source project. Secondly, thank you to all the people at Yamaha RCP who have made such a beautiful module, allowed me to pilfer so many things like the meters, which I absolutely love. Well done to everyone. So let's set this one up. So as you can see here, this will be a Yamaha RCP module. Currently, this is my development one, which is in review at the moment. So it should be in version after 3.5.10. So once you've got that, you should be presented with this. What you'll see is I've selected the DM3 console, which you can see below me there. You can see I've put in the IP address from the mixer control side of the network settings, which is not the device control. Device control is used for Yamaha stage boxes. Mixer control is used for actual mixer control. You can see I've enabled metering and I've set it to 100 milliseconds. You can see this new feature, enable fader level variable, and I'm polling that every half a second so that I'm not overloading that connection. From here, we can hit save and away we go. Under buttons, you'll see there's a new thing called presets. And if we look at the new Yamaha RCP module, you've seen this before with the level meters, which is fantastic. Love those to pieces. But we've now got a couple of things. We've got some fader control buttons, which I'm going to drop on here. And we've got some fader control knobs, which I'm going to drop on here like so. So the default action of the fader button is to take it to 0, basically take it to unity level, which it already is at. What we're going to do is we're going to actually make this a button to fade it on and off. You'll see there's a new thing called fading here. And what that is basically stolen directly from the Allen and Heath SQ module, which allows you to then fade a fader over a period of time. We're going to copy this step here into step 2, and we're going to set that to negative infinity. So in other words, turning it off. And what we'll see now is when we push that button the second time, it will fade that fader down over 1 second. So it's a great way of doing nice, gentle fade ups, fade downs on sources you need to bring in and out on a single button. But that's not all. You'll see down here, we've also got this other thing. And if we look at the Stream Deck Plus that I just happen to have plugged in here, you'll see that this button here at the bottom is our knob, because I've offset this surface by 1 horizontally. So this is my first row here. This is the knob and this is the screen above it. The reason I've done that is I like to see this screen. I think it's very handy, but I also want to have the rotary control. So as you can see now with the rotary knob, I'm able to control that fader very quickly. Now at the moment, pushing the button doesn't do anything. Pushing the knob down doesn't do anything, but we can change that very easily. We can come in here to press actions, for example. We can go to Yamaha Dev. We can go input channel fader on, and we can put toggle. And so that now toggles that on and off, which you can see below. But we don't have feedback, so we're going to add feedback. Maybe this will make it into another point revision. We're going to go down here. We're going to go add some feedback. I'll show you the long way to do it. Yamaha RCP, input fader on. Now what I like to do is actually change this to an orange color, so it mimics that of the console, so you can see. Now I push the button, it is on. I push the button, it's off. Because the button above displays, we're going to copy and paste that over there. Look at that. We can now see on my little Stream Deck Plus here that that fader is on and off. Now if I do hit that button again to fade it away it goes, and up it comes again. If you want to use that same feedback, you'll see here we've got this wonderful variable to copy and paste in. So if we want to put that on the knob above, we can do that quite easily as well. Paste. And now we'll see that when we, do that, that is now showing you that level on there. So here's some ways you can start to see to use it. You can also see the meters work. That's actually connected to this microphone right here. So you can see that that is there. You can't hear this mic, but you can at least see the meters are doing what they're supposed to do. Now, there's some other things in here that you will have noticed. If we scroll down, I think it might be in feedbacks. Oh, no, sorry, I'm in the right place. Where are we? Feedbacks, here we go. So down here, you'll see I've got this wonderful thing called auto create variable as well, which is turned off on the fader on. So that now creates a variable that we can read. So it doesn't actually pull all the variables into the variable, otherwise it'd be so many. So auto create variable allows you to do the same thing as we've done this before. It's existed. We go into our variables. We can now search for on, and we can see that we now get that variable as on or off. So we can easily take that in and do wonderful things with it as well. So we can base actions upon if a fader is on or off. That is a very quick run through, but it's very cool to be able to jump and grab any fader and start controlling it with a knob, or, do wonderful fades. to make life easier and do even more automation with Yamaha and Bitfocus Companion. All right, I've spoken for too long as it is now. Hopefully that's been fun. Hopefully that makes it into the next release. You should see some wonderful updates from that. Have a wonderful time using Bitfocus Companion and all the people who support it. So thanks so much. Ciao for now. Bye.